Gentlemen, to the Seamaster 2017 ITTF World Tour Grand Finals, coming to you live from Astana, Kazakhstan. I'm your commentator, Adam Bobro. We're getting into the last quarterfinal for the men's singles. It's world number one as of January, Dmitry Ovcharov. In my opinion, the man of the year in terms of results. And Tomokazu Harimoto from Japan, the wonder kid, 14 years old. Has done incredibly well, made sure he was going the right way there before having to run back around. They've played once before this year, at least on the World Tour at the India Open, and it was a 4-0 victory for Dima. But the rate of improvement for Harimoto is faster than anyone in the world right now that we've seen. World rank number 17 at 14 years old, and currently world rank number 3, Dmitry Ovcharov. Tomokazu Harimoto chooses to serve, and Dima walks to the side he chooses. The fact that his parents did something that would be quite uncomfortable made it tougher. Roscoff, world champion from 1989 in doubles with Stefan Legends Tour. And Harimoto, the 6th seed, the champion of Kurashima, Yosuke Kurashima from Japan, Dima. So Harimoto adding to his list. There are few Europeans he hasn't beaten. Dmitry Ovcharov is one check on that checklist, with an empty box still.
Love one.
You can see the timing, Harimoto from the back of the table trying to stay on top of that ball. Dima breaks the first 2 services. He was focused yesterday to get his revenge on Koki Niwa from the World Championships in Dusseldorf in front of the home crowd. There's the fire. Harimoto getting himself pumped up to play his best. We have 2 quite vocal players in general. 2 very fiery players. Backhand, and look at this. The 2 serves that were taken away from Harimoto, he steals right back from Dima. Not easy to do with all those signature serves. That low backhand. Smart play, soft blocks 3 in a row, and then the opening counter attack. As soon as Harimoto thinks he can play it back down the line with some pace, it sets him into the lead. Oh, so fast with that backhand. Well moved and anticipated. Dima right there in position to bring it back. First towel break of the game, and they're split. Harimoto trying to keep himself pumped up there, keep the blood flowing, get tight. To find balance. In general, staying loose can be helpful, but again, some of that tension, as Timo said, sometimes doing push-ups beforehand can get him in the zone. Awkward point, slow pace, a little bit of touch play. Harimoto with a bit of side spin on a backhand shot there. Oh, tripped up in the backhand corner, but he gets away with it. A quality shot before the loss of balance for Dima. From down below the waist, way off the table. Dima's in control this whole point. Harimoto showing some serious strength. One opportunity right down the line, moving into the table. Cho deserved indeed. Well placed on the serve, dangling it just off the backhand side. Dima with no answer on the receive. Harimoto bending it away. So comfortable. His addition of side spin to his shots here is really going to add, I'd say, some threat to someone with the wingspan that Dima has. Not a lot of side spin, but just enough to keep it away from the forehand. That serve was loaded with underspin. Clear to recognize, though, Harimoto comes in with a completely open backhand face of the racket. Dima waiting for that third ball, gets what he wants. Well placed by Dima, testing Harimoto on the wide forehand. Not easy to play such a wide ball considering the placement of Harimoto. Not only that, it was from the backhand of Dima. Game one is going to be quite crucial here. Tomokazu Harimoto got beaten similarly by Shushin. Not 4-0, but at the World Championships, and then he comes back to almost win in Sweden, losing in Game 7. Just missing the contact here. Harimoto with the spinny attempt. Big service point for Dima. The backhand to follow, 2-point lead for Dima. Harimoto is so impressive in so many ways that he keeps his cool after losing these 2 points. From time to time, we see a bit of frustration from him. That's a decent opportunity here. It's 3 game points, though, for Dima to take the first. It's the difference between 8-9 and 7-10. Deep on the table, and Dima secures game one, 11-7 over Tomokazu. Harimoto will be back for game 2 in this best of 7.
相手がちょっとフォアハンドにフォアハンドでいかないとバック上がる。あと周りももっとアグレッシブに。あとバックハンドもっと強くアグレッシブにチャンス作んない。頑張れ。これだぞ。
Although Jenny Ovtrov insisted that lighting was a factor, his tongue was not especially green, if at all.
Love one.
It's a big point here. Again, some momentum early on. At the end of the game, they were tied up, I think, 7-all. Dima got 4 in a row to win game 1. Lead service.
Love one.
Oh, the flip. This is good recognition of a little bit of topspin on that serve. Dima tries to keep it deceptive. Doesn't make it so clear what combinations of spin, or at least how much of each spin is on that serve. Power from Harimoto. Again, even though he's only 14 years old, from a power standpoint, technically he is so clean, so sound. And he's bigger than most on his team. Pound for pound, I couldn't be sure. I lifted him earlier this year. Oh, just missing the hooking forehand from below the table. Several of these shots, again, look like they're going to end the rally. Rossi on his feet. Now, one thing that Dima's done this year that has really helped him out is he's sacrificed a bit of power for speed, more efficient strokes. Ideally, you'd be able to have both. Be able to play quickly from anywhere on the court with as much power as possible every shot. Assuming you're going for a powerful shot rather than something to change the pace or a touch shot. This is big coming into the towel break. Dima just within 2 instead of being down 1-5. Coach Kurashima in the corner slumps down in his chair a little bit after that point goes to Dima. Now, both of these players, if you want to learn more about their personalities, you can find their Ask a Pro Anything interviews on the official ITTF YouTube channel. Some good times. Harimoto in training and Dima taking your questions as well. Power the grunt, and he gets there for the wide forehand. Wingspan is favoring Dima Ovcharov right now. This ball's not wide enough to cause trouble. Harimoto with such a wide ball coming in, he's gonna have to either play that into the body or off the side of the table. Fast pace, this is like Ma Long and Fan Zhendong pace. This is a good sign for the world of table tennis. We've got a Japanese 14-year-old and a German 29-year-old creating Ma Long, Fan Zhendong rallies out here. Comfortable ball, heavy side spin there from the pendulum serve of Dima. Harimoto lifting out for the backhand receive. Dima ties it back up from 4-1. Harimoto only gets one of the next 5 points. A little bit of variety of the reverse pendulum serve there from Harimoto. Now you couldn't see it, but you could hear Dima putting in the energy. It was the backhand cross court for the winner. On a rare occasion, I'll look down at the court for you. Otherwise, I'm watching the same screen as you. There's the opening backhand. Classic combination. Bring him in short on the forehand side with the backhand, deep to the backhand corner while he's out of position. This is quite necessary, I feel like, for the morale of Harimoto to stay in this match. After being up 4-1 and being down 5-7, he needs to continue here. We've seen Dima come back from down several times this year. Again, just an outstanding year for Dima on the World Tour. Good read. Harimoto waits patiently, spins it up. Dmitry Ovcharov gets so much racket speed on his serve. A lot of players receive it their first 3 times into the net. Bold long serve and a softer shot from Harimoto and a counter forehand. Changes the timing. Dima's used to that fast pace of play as well. Now, normally I wouldn't expect to see Harimoto changing up the pace that much. Yes, from a blocking game into a counterattack, but rarely with a softer loop in the rally. Backhand spin shot, there's the apology. A lot of the time fans, table tennis fans, get confused because of Harimoto's shouting to pump himself up. They confuse that with poor sportsmanship. But Harimoto, incredibly fair, has a lot of integrity on the table and off. Well-placed serve, jams up Harimoto. Well, this has been a back and forth struggle here in game 2. Harimoto had won 4 points in a row from down 5-7. And a kick serve ties it back up for Dima. 9-all, the third towel break here in game 2. So we've got Lin Gaoyuan waiting for the winner of these two. Still a little bit early in the match, but thinking about it from time to time. I think this game right here could be quite telling of the outcome of the match. Right into the body, perfect placement from Harimoto, earns him game point. Dima does have the bigger middle. This would be the first game that Harimoto has taken off of Dima on the World Tour. Top of the net now, deuce. Dima saves a game point. Rossi on his feet again in the corner. So interesting. Coaches really just have So much influence from that corner. Swoosh out of the forehand. Harimoto, one flat slap across the body. Who does that to Dima? Who does that? This is like the fugitive. He's got his arm in near his body and he roars after winning this point. Understandably so. Game point back again. Check it to wreck it. Let's begin. Dima with the timeout in the corner now. Roscoff is going to have to probably see that on the Facebook page in a matter of minutes. Wants a lot back. They come back quickly. This isn't over yet. You've got game point, Harimoto, and the serve. Such a fast backhand from Harimoto, but Dima hangs right in there for the pace. The Kazakh fans here in the crowd excited to see Dima fighting. He's got some good support here from Kazakhstan. Many Russian speakers in the crowd as well. Dima speaking Russian, in addition to German and English. Backhand once again earns another game point for Harimoto. Well placed, a little bit rushed. You could see on the wry face of Dima. Not the shot he was hoping for. Another serve and another game point. Spin to the short side, out to the forehand, and history is written once again. It's the first time that Harimoto has taken a game, a dent in the record against Dima on the World Tour. We will see what this means for the match, but so far it means it's tied up at 1 apiece. We'll see who steps into the lead in game 3 right after this.
Nochmal zu, danke schön, nochmal zu, dass du da bis am Tisch bleibst, ja? Und viel mehr Mitte reinspielen lassen, ja?
Film crews, along with everyone else, local film crews, ITTF, the press. This is a match to be talked about. Flash in the crowd, probably. Harimoto with the serve here in game 3. This pattern, this is where fitness really comes into play. It's tough to get in for that backhand over the forehand side and then back quickly enough for that deep backhand. Solid start for Dima, breaks the first 2 serves just like in game 1. No chance at this one, as wide as they come. Dima running Harimoto around behind the table. Now this is one thing tactically that Harimoto's so strong at in general, is getting in over the table, keeping his positioning and taking the ball early. He hasn't been able to do it yet this game. Tactically so smart, time and time again. Dima with the fast long serve here, right into the rally. Harimoto kept away from over the table, away from the net, on the chase. Even though you could see the muscle in the right leg, timing-wise, if Dima can make shots like that, no chance for Harimoto. Reverse pendulum for the first point. Harimoto, not too far to go, despite being down 0-4. Feels like a lot, but it's still early in the game. Japanese flag there behind Dima. Sure you'll have a chance to see that again in a moment. Look at that backhand, both sides. Harimoto is so well equipped out here. Really, he's got power, he's got footwork, he's got speed, he's aggressive, he's bold. Mentally, he's quite impressive. That's one of the most impressive things to me. Much like his speech at the ITTF Star Awards, it speaks so highly and speaks to his ability to just be ahead of his age here. Of course, in level, I mean, the world hasn't seen anything like this. just shattering records for age all around the world. Right down the line, surprise. Again, this is the creativity factor, the cleverness. Playing on the same national team as Koki Niwa. Doesn't hurt to learn a thing or two from your teammate. Harimoto, quick decision right on the white of the line. Harimoto played this point well. Dima with a quality shot to finish. I love that shot of Dima looking up from his elbow over at the opponent before he serves. But Harimoto to keep that serve short, very difficult. Set himself up for the first opening attack there, the fourth shot of the rally. Interesting body language here. Harimoto had 3 in a row from down 0-4. 2 points in a row now for Dima. Back edge of the table, but you have to love these points. The quality. Both players covering the middle here in the rally. The pace. I feel like every time we see Harimoto, we're watching a new Harimoto. Like, I can barely recognize his skills are just improving so quickly. Almost at the rate of computer improvement. Maybe even faster, arguably. We have to remember, Dima's been improving too. After all, he beat Fan Zhendong at the German Open. 15-13 in Game 7, the first time in his career that he's done that. But he's won against Fan Zhendong. Just short. Doesn't come down, a 4-point lead. Tactically, Tomokazu Harimoto is going to have to start off the next game. I know this one isn't over, but he's going to have a serious talk with Coach Kurashima. This one close, but no cigar. To get in early, to keep Dima from running him around with those long serves and the angular backhands. Long push, heavy underspin pays off. Again, being down by 4, not a problem. Dima Ovcharov came back from down 4 match points at the China Open against Timo in game number 7. Softer block doesn't come down. 4-point lead back to Dima. The life of a professional table tennis player. Miss a point, get right back cool, prepared for the next. So many points to be played, but handling them one at a time. Forced into submission once again from behind the table. The point before, it looked maybe tactical to play the soft blocks. But here the body language, no good for Harimoto. 5 game points for Ovcharov. Long serve and a long shot right back. What a way to handle that serve. Honestly, with the amount of spin Dima imparts on that, the kick on the second bounce to even make clean contact isn't easy, let alone control the ball, let alone hit that shot. 1 game point saved, serves on Harimoto's side. 2 game points saved, that is. He's gonna have another serve here. Confident counter from Harimoto. Reverse pendulum and a confident counter off the strong opening from Dima. No timeout left for Dima. At a time like this, you could imagine there would be one if he had one. You would hear the call from Rossi. Now, it is a more expensive stroke time-wise to take that forehand from the middle. Sometimes the right leg having to get back behind a little bit, which not only changes the balance of the player, but costs a little time and power as well. At least with a fast shot coming back. Dima serves, 2 game points left. Oh, the spin shot doesn't come up and over. Heavy push from Dima, 11-8. He takes the lead 2-1. Harimoto will come back with some answers, or will he? Game 4 coming up after this. Looks like we're going to get some backhand serves. Soft touch from Harimoto leaves it in near the net. A tall player like Dima, that forehand flip will be tested and can be quite useful. A lot of rotation, a little bit late to get in. That makes it tough. Good depth on the table from Harimoto. Ooh, and a service receive error here. It's easy to say that. Again, some of the best serves. You can hear the cough out there from Dima. Know he's been a little bit dry. We saw his tongue sticking out a lot yesterday.
1, 2.
One game is history here for Harimoto against Dima, but will it be the last? Dima is determined to make that the case. Love it. Harimoto's so fast and so powerful here. Dima, of course, we've seen it. On top of the world in the world rankings come January. He's got the power. He's faster now than he was before. I mean, this is why we've seen him beat Timo every time he's played him on the World Tour this year. 3 encounters. Not too many people make Timo look slow right now. Just Dima mostly. Good decision there. And I'm impressed. Dima anticipates well. Harimoto didn't show the flip. He comes in with the open face of the racket for the receive. And then at the last moment, pancake flips it out wide to the forehand, and Dima's there ready. So 2 quick points recovered. Japanese support from the front. We've seen a lot of counterattacks from Harimoto, not contacted just the way he would like. Slipping off a little bit, ending the rally. His timing, though, so impressive that he can take it that early. Full arm stroke there. Born and raised in Japan, to see a full arm stroke like that, no matter who it is, you would say that's a Chinese forehand. And Harimoto, both hands in the air after this. This is spectacular table tennis. A wall, one after another, and he accelerates even out to the forehand, punching the backhand on the run. Look at that. That's world championship type celebration. Does he want it? No questions. Head back, the Dolphin Chole. Harimoto, no stranger to emotion on the court. The quality of points right now. When he was down 1-3, wins 5 out of the next 6 points to be leading 6-4. If he ties this up at 2-2, the pressure on Dima will be felt. Good opportunity. Harimoto looking to bend that ball a little bit wider to the forehand. It's a risky shot. He's played it a little safely before, and Dima's countered it back. Spinny backhand. Dima's pushes have been very effective in this match. He's played many long pushes. The ball comes back. Harimoto's found the net. Second towel break of the game, tied up at 6 points apiece.
7-6.
Now we saw the hollow racket handle of Dima's blade. One thing that he does quite well on his serves, Dima often holds with quite a loose grip on that backhand. So he gets a lot more whip-like racket speed. He does it again, but Hashimoto's handled that topspin deep to the backhand very well in the receive game. So confident in that backhand. The net on the backhand counter. Hashimoto on top of the lobs, right down the middle. If he can keep it to Dima's backhand in this rally once the lobbing starts. It was actually the shot to the forehand that pushed him off the table. A surprise placement here. Dima has the time on that, but when it floats that long in the air, it really takes so much lift for a spinny backhand to come back down. Well played into the middle once again from Hashimoto. Keeping Dima at bay, keeping him away from the table and having him take the backhand shots from way behind. This is where Hashimoto wants Ovcharov. For years and years, Jun Mizutani and Dima had some epic matches with the same setup.
8-9.
Through the legs catch there. A little bit of swag from Dima once again. One point down on the second serve now. Ooh, kick serve long to the backhand. Interestingly enough, that placement from the other side when Dima serves with the backhand, Hashimoto's been very comfortable to open up confidently. Here we didn't see just the same. Watch it again from this angle. Pendulum serve. Deep on the table, and Hashimoto tries to play it a little bit more safely in terms of, I'd say, pace. But out to the forehand, that's a tough ball to play. Right into the middle again. So flexible, arching the back. You can see Jenny Ovcharov right away in the crowd, always stands out. But that's the person they want you to see in the crowd. The lifeline of Dima, who's not Roscoff right now. Full arm from Hashimoto, the leap, the fight. God, he's a rock star. Game point. Oh, misses the contact. This is the most frustration we've seen from Hashimoto. A big escape here from Dima. Soft touch. Still, it comes off the table long, and he gets the point. Deuce in game number 4. Dima with the serve. Pendulum was effective last time, long to the backhand. This time a little bit more shallow on the table. Hashimoto with a little bit more comfort, plays it safely back to the backhand. And he told me yesterday it was just the dryness of the mouth. We saw the licking of the lips a lot, tongue sticking out. Game point to Hashimoto. Can't get much better than that. Dima, was that number 1? Was that one time I make it? Either way, world-class play from Dima. Can't even remember everything that happened in that point, but the finishing shot was quite risky from Dima. Second deuce point. This is an awkward one. Hashimoto, a little bit less commitment here, tries to play the spinny ball. Good length from Dima to deter the attack of Hashimoto. The vocal battle continues, but the level of play is so high they can scream as loud as they want. Game point to Dima. Well placed, Hashimoto. Man, the body language, the celebrations. Comes around the corner. Plays it deep. Seriously though, the compilation, just from this match alone, Hashimoto could be put with the hardest rock music there is right now, and it would feel fitting. Fourth towel break of the game, 12-all, third deuce point. This is a better quality backhand, a little bit looser and more wristy. Hashimoto with a bit more speed and spin, and it earns him another game point. Hashimoto saved one. Saved one game point. At 10-9. Here he is again. Oh, and he takes the game. Touch shots over the table. Japan flag flying high. Nippon Ganbatte. It is Harimoto who ties it up, winning the last game, and we'll be back game 5 to see who takes the lead. Dima versus Tomokun right after this.
今後半のカウンター3本ですから実撃2本それが全然勝ってる今展開お前の方が絶対自信持って頑張れ
About players on the planet. Dima Ovcharov at the top of the screen, and Tomokazu, 14-year-old Harimoto with the serve. This one comes long, and Dima, not moving in for the backhand, is in position for the opening forehand. Quick footwork there to come back to the backhand corner. Wow, Dima. Some soft shots with the backhand, and soft is all relative, just not going for broke, and finally hits one. Watch the angle on this last ball, catches a little bit of the edge. Harimoto looking at that for quite a while. Would have been tough to get anyway with that angle. Who knows? It's not the first time we've seen Dima break the first two serves and continue early in the game, but Harimoto's come back. A little bit of fortune back, the back edge, and Harimoto evens it out in this game. Oh, again, so suave. That heavy push, and Harimoto spins it up. Dima again with that dry mouth, but still this backhand. Watch this soft spinny, quick reaction, just covering a heavy ball. Harimoto with some power on the forehand, and that shot's right to the corner.
5-1.
First towel break in this game so far. Dima's hogging all the points, not letting Harimoto get in. The placement, though, from Dima, he's changed his tactics quite a bit. Not going for broke with the first shot, waiting for the opportunity, staying in control.
6-1.
Deceptive amounts of underspin on that tomahawk. Early in the match, Dima had one that was quite obviously heavy underspin. Switching back to his backhand. Soft flip goes long. The way it's going right now, it looks like Dima's gonna have the 3-2 advantage. Now for Tomokazu Harimoto to serve backhand, this looked like Timo Boll not long ago against Dima in game 6. Is that the German Open final?
8-2.
Too good, that backhand from Dima. But I am impressed that Harimoto's willing to dig this deep to just pull out some nothing backhand serves. Much like Timo did, this is a sign of experience despite the young age. No pride, whatever works. And there's the big backhand off the bounce. Long way to go. Perfect placement on the table. How low the trajectory of his shot is there, that drive. Just whizzing past Dima. Just missing the table. He played it right early on, got in position for those backhands deep cross court. Starts to drive Dima away a bit, but Dima bends it out wide down the line, and it pays off. Look how aggressive Dima has to get in this rally. Oh, the angle again. Soft shots, shallow on the table. This is interesting for me as well. You have to wonder how intentional this is. For Harimoto, seems likely, right on the line, but several shots in this rally coming down just behind the net. With Dima away from the table, clever idea. Heavy underspin on the pendulum. Some points saved here, the percentages. Harimoto making his comeback, still a ways to go. Pressure starting to build. If Harimoto were to take this game, hypothetically, the amount of nerves and tension within Dima, I mean, how could you forget that? Up 8-2. Backhand burns and not even a lifted racket. Timeout here for Dima. Wow, he's frozen like a deer caught in headlights here. No chance, that serve. He didn't think that was possible, to receive to come back that fast. 2-9-3, 4 in a row for Harimoto. Now Harimoto within 2. Dima starting to tighten up a bit.
Vertrauen. Der Rückschläge war nicht so gut gewesen, ja? Und bewegen. Ja? Entscheidend ist, Kopf entscheidend ist. Ja? Da bist du jetzt stark. Ja? Ja, wieder neu starten ist. Ja? Bei deinen Aufschlägen kein über die Rückhandseite, kein Aufschlag über die Rückhandseite. Ja? Alles über die Vorhandseite. Ja? Auf geht's, holst du dir. Come on.
Alf gets, come on, let's go, he said.
7-9.
So we'll see if the momentum continues after the timeout here. Oh, soft flip goes wide. Harimoto under pressure. It was a tough call. What shot to take here? That comes down, it's going to be trouble, but the wide wingspan of Dima makes it tough to find the corners. Not yet. 2 game points left for Dima. Harimoto saves the first. Third towel break of the game. That's Dima's racket, of course. Forehand flip does it from over the table. The baby cry from the crowd doesn't bother Dima. It's a 3-2 lead. Harimoto in some trouble. We'll see which way the ball rolls. Down 2-3, Harimoto back. Game number 6 right after this.
To serve, level. One left.
Now it's interesting to think about what if here. No matter what happens results-wise, Harimoto has improved himself drastically since his last match with Dima. What a pattern. Hard out wide to the forehand, 2 soft ones to the middle and backhand side of the table. And then the opening once again. Look how softly he touches that. Dima has to take it from down low once again, and then the punch down the line. Into the body, this was the secret for Harimoto in game number 4. Many times he got that full stroke. Not sure if there's a flash over there. Oh, the door open a little bit. Dima distracted by the, say, asymmetry of the barrier near the barriers, the electronics. Wow, smoking backhand. What can you say about a backhand like that? It's just world class. I mean, world number 1 come January. Dima's got a long list in his arsenal.
2-3.
Just the same, Harimoto improving that backhand all the time. Second time we've seen this receive attempted soft. Harimoto's played it long to the middle backhand side. First towel break, 3 points apiece. A little bit more favor for Dima in the crowd. The hollow handle of the blade. Sky lob does not come down. Harimoto finding the middle again, but Dima using the backhand wisely early in the point. There it is, guides the ball, then the push from down low. Something closer to a chop, you might say. Floating chop. This ball looks like it should be Harimoto's, considering the shots he's made many times throughout this match. But Dima takes the point and ties it up. Softer shots from Harimoto. For me, when someone can play soft, it shows such maturity. I mean, think about all the Waldner blocks we've seen against Timo Boll throughout his career. Think about the way Ju Yuling plays. And the backhand rocket off the bounce. Harimoto up by 2. A long way to go, but he's in a decent position here. The body language, the morale, everything looks good for Harimoto to take this to a 7. But we can't count Dima out of anything, really. Again, from down 6-10 in Game 7 against Timo Boll, he's come back to win. Dima looked pretty confident with that follow-through on the forehand. I was concerned that the ball would come back and Dima would be out of position. Played to the forehand side. 2-point lead here for Harimoto. Second towel break of the game. And the sweat is flowing. You can see the deep breaths here. Dima trying to relax himself. It's funny, drying off the face, but moistening up the mouth. Tomahawk serve back for Dima. New placement for Harimoto. Instead of going middle, he plays wide to the forehand, and it pays off. Using the length of the table, love in the crowd. Dima showed a heart recently. Was it after taking the Men's World Cup? He's had so many titles this year. It's tough to keep track. Little break off the top of the net. Harimoto quick to apologize. He's up by 4 points. 2 points away from coming into the deciding Game 7 here with some serious momentum. 5 game points. While age will be talked about for Harimoto for quite some time, he's less than half the age of Dmitry Ovtcharov at 14 years old. And he's got a serve here. Game 7, Harimoto 11-5. Wow, what will happen? Only time will tell. This is the match to be watching right now, and I can guarantee you it will circulate the internet and TV around the world. Decider coming up right after this.
相手のサーブ、だいぶこのサーブ慣れてきたから、ロングサーブしっかり待ってるよね。ほとんどこの辺しか来ないんだから、バックしっかり取り取って、見えるときにミドル、フォアバックもそう。入ったらもう何も足を置かなくて、あと強い気持ち、頑張れ。
Here, Dima didn't drop a game. One of the games was close, if I remember. Now, Tomokazu's already taken 3 games. Who will win? What do you think? It's so tough to say. Again, 11-5. Harimoto won the last game. Serious momentum, but he also crumbled in Game 7 against Shushin at the Swedish Open. Does not come down on the table. Dima under pressure. We've seen him with some service errors in tight matches and tight situations, but in 2017, Dima has delivered. Good placement here. Harimoto with some serious hope here. 1-2 rather than 0-3. You can see the difference. The emotional investment of Harimoto for every single point. the middle. Coach Kurashima on his feet. It's tied up. This match right now, I mean, this is a table tennis fan's dream. You've got the new world #1 versus a player that I feel will be #1 at some point. The question is, will it be when he's 16? How long will it be for Harimoto? Opportunity was there, tries to play the middle. I think that's a smart decision. It's just not an easy shot. Reverse pendulum serve has worked quite well for Harimoto. We're seeing it more and more in this match than I can recall. I think we're going to be seeing coaches popping up on their feet left and right. It's like that gopher game in the arcades. They're just going to be popping up one after another. That's how important every point is here right now. Threes all around. So Dima, not sure if that caught the top of the net. Looks like it did, shows the apology. I was just surprised, maybe the edge of the table, but either way, a break for Dima. That's a tough receive. When you leave the ball up like that, you don't have too many options. Harimoto quickly backing off. Quality serve from Dima to get that hesitation. The length, light topspin and side spin on the short side to the backhand. So they switch sides of the table. Harimoto now with the serves down 3-5. Oh, beauty! Absolute beauty of the points. Harimoto doing everything right here, and Dima still just one shot better. The flip early, runs him around the wristy backhand and the full forehand with the racket behind the head. Look at that, Quadri Aruna and Dima combined for that point. This is big, a 4-point lead for Dima. Again, Rossi on his feet in the corner. Harimoto wins 11-5 in game 6 and is trailing by 4 now. The angles. This is what happened to Dima in game number 6. Look at the fans. They lined up like evolution. They're adorable. Now I can tell you, after losing to Shushin in Sweden, Tomokazu Harimoto was in tears. And just to speak to his integrity, while crying, was still signing autographs for every fan that asked. Kids from all around Sweden, adults. It's just the type of person he is. Oh, goes for broke. The sweeping leg looking like Shushin out here. A long way to go, but a big point. A cautious approval there. Kurashima watching. Once again, Dima a good 4 feet away from the ball on that when it passed. Not the first time we've seen that. Harimoto, a long way to go. Second serve. It was there. You can understand the frustration. Had the opening. It will be very tough to come back now. Can he pull a Timo Boll? Can he pull a Shushin? 6 match points for Dima to continue on. Not yet, 1 match point saved. Harimoto with a bold backhand. This is tough. Potentially on the verge of tears, but still focused, not giving up. How can you not be emotional after losing a few points when you have big opportunities? 5 match points left for Dima. Still alive. 2 match points saved. For every point that Harimoto wins, he gains a bit of confidence, and Dima feels a bit more pressure. Still a bit of wiggle room. 4 match points left for Dima. Forehand to the middle. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? When you think about the mental game and how much experience pays off in the deep parts of the match, these comebacks don't happen. We don't see them. We don't see 14-year-olds playing at this level, period. But against Dima, 3 match points saved. One more, no, it's Dima's point. He takes it 11-7. Tomokazu Harimoto, the streak has been stopped, and Dima wants to celebrate, but the nerves right now, I think he just needs a deep breath. Wow, what a scare for Dmitry Ovcharov, and what a thrill for the world to know that Harimoto is still improving this quickly. I wasn't even clear if that shot caught anything the back edge or not, but Dima's reaction made it quite clear.
Меня поддерживают. Огромное спасибо. Я буду пытаться дальше бороться.